Stay focused on me. Stay focused on me!
I can't see you in there. Is it focused? Lock focus there. I think it's focused. I hope it's focused. It's recording. All right, let's try it. Hey, what's up, guys? Focus.
Sorry, editing Steve. I'm trying my best.
What's up, guys? High five.
I think I hit it too hard.
What's up, guys? High five. Welcome back to another episode. Pound it. Boom. Hey, guys.
Fist bump.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Hubbard Steve story. Do I just want to what's up, guys? Hey, what's up, guys? High five. What's up, guys? High five. Let's. Yo, guys. High five. Welcome back to another episode of the Hubbard Steve story. Today, I wanted to do a little bit of an update video and bring you guys up to speed on what I was doing during the 6 months of recovery that I was going through. And I wanted to share a story that happened just before the transplant and is actually the reason that I got this new space pod office/studio that you see going on with me. So I wanted to bring you guys up to speed a little bit, but you know how we do it. Roll that intro. Boom! Intro. Alright guys, so when I was doing this office build, my idea was to try to create as many different backgrounds or looks for different videos that I'm doing. That way things stay fresh and stay fun. So I'm going to show you the 4 different areas that I put together. This is the main stage area where you have my logo, you have the cloud that Sam built up in the corner, and it's just kind of the main, biggest view of the room. And this is probably where I'll be doing most of my videos from. Now, about the space pod. I told you guys about how I was working in Boston when I heard about the kidney transplant donor that was available for me. But what I didn't tell you guys was 2 days later, I received a direct message from Sean Duras. Yeah, Sean Duras, professional fun haver. And he hit me up with a simple message on Twitter that said, "Yo, what's your number?" Of course, I sent it to him right away, and a few hours later, he hit me up with a FaceTime call and was telling me that I won the Space Station Gaming Fully desk giveaway. I couldn't have been more excited. I was almost in tears. The news from the transplant and then this news and talking to Sean, probably a little overwhelmed, but who wouldn't with a brand new sitting and standing desk, an amazing chair that you can sit both ways, a float board, a dual monitor arm. They really hooked it up. I couldn't have been more thankful. And it worked out perfect timing when it all got here because I was actually back from the hospital and able to put it all together. I gotta give a huge shout out to my buddy Chris. He's actually the one who got me this big sticker up on the wall, and he came out here and helped me install it and everything, so thanks bud, appreciate it. I think it looks pretty great. Throw Chris some love down in the comments, huh? So before we move on to the next area of the studio, I wanted to give you guys a couple of quick tips that I learned along the way during my recovery process. First one, and probably one of the big ones, and also very obvious, is follow all the doctor's orders. I know sometimes it seems like you're repeating things and doing things over and over. There's a good reason for it, and it doesn't last for that long. Before you know it, you'll be past all that. My second tip is to make sure you're always drinking plenty of water. I got mine right here. Always have some water nearby. It's just so important. You have that new functioning kidney, and at first it doesn't even know how to regulate your own body, so it will almost dehydrate you and just process all the water really fast. That slows down and it starts to regulate properly. But drink lots of water. It's super important. Another good tip that I can give you guys is to eat well. It's a little bit of a shift to get used to being able to eat a lot more of the things that we weren't allowed to eat, because on dialysis, you can't really eat much. You can't have low sugar, low sodium, low phosphorus, low potassium, low calcium. I think the only thing they want you to have high amounts of is protein. But after the transplant, a lot of that kind of shifts, so it's important not to get too crazy. I know you want to hit all the fast food spots or all those spots that you miss, but trust me, after you get off of the fast food kick, you feel a lot better not eating that garbage anyway. So eat right, it's very important, and you'll feel a lot better. Another one that's probably pretty obvious but super important is to take your pills. I've heard horror stories of patients actually saying that they went on vacation and felt fine, so they didn't think that they needed to take their pills. That's so scary. You have to take your pills. Now, I had somebody ask me the question, she took her pills late and she was a little worried. I've taken my pills late sometimes, but I don't make a habit of it. I definitely don't make a habit of missing a time for me to take my pills, but sometimes if I'm a little late, it's not the end of the world. Another good tip I can give you, also give myself, is to make sure to get your refills on time. I try to get them a little bit early if I can remember, but I myself have a problem. Sometimes I forget, and then I'm running out, and I have to kind of rush through the pharmacy to get my prescriptions on time. So it's important to stay on top of monitoring your prescriptions and where they're at and getting those refills on time. So a quick review: follow doctor's orders, drink plenty of water, eat well, take your pills, refill your pills. Now, let's move on to the next corner. Alright guys, well, welcome to the textured corner. I call it the textured corner, well, because it's textured. But the reason I did this whole sound installation is because I wanted to actually change the color of the room. So I went with putting some foam insulation on the walls. And I also think it gives a kind of a cool texture to the wall. I like the look of it a lot. Something different, so I don't always have to use the same background. Now, while I'm over here in this corner, I wanted to share some of the early milestones that I hit right out of the transplant. Now, you guys know the first milestone was really getting to leave the hospital and go over to Sam's Aunt Marie and Uncle Bob's place that was about 20 minutes away from the hospital. I had to stay close. Another milestone was once I was back at their house, I had to be checking my vitals and checking my fluid intake and outtake. After things looking good for 2 weeks straight, the doctor told me I could go ahead and stop that. That was nice. I had to do it 3 times a day, which isn't a huge deal, but still got to do it. Follow doctor's orders. One of the big milestones that I was super excited about was being able to actually leave Washington and come back to Bend. It actually worked out pretty perfect because my buddy Chris, who helped me with the sticker, was flying in the day after I had gotten home from Bend, and I was actually home a week early. That worked out perfect, and I have some more milestones and tips to share with you guys, but let's move on to the next corner. Alright guys, well this is my dark corner. Now, you know how in cartoons they used to have the sad rain cloud following the character that was having a hard time? This is kind of my version of that. Because sometimes parts of my story aren't exactly the happiest parts. I won't say they're negative, but some things have been a little hard. They're not parts to feel sorry for me. But I figured when times needed to be a little bit more serious, or we needed to cover some topics that were a little bit more serious, so I figured when things are a little bit more serious, we could come here and talk about some of those things. Now, I did want to mention Sam, my fiance, actually handmade this cloud out of some Chinese lanterns that were left over from a friend's wedding, some cotton, and some Christmas lights. We saw a lamp or a lantern like this online. It was really expensive from an artist. I think she duplicated it pretty well. Give Sam some love in the comments too. Now, while we're here, I wanted to talk about some of the milestones that happened when I hit the 3-month mark. At 3 months, I was then able to travel on a plane within the US. I still have to wait a full year until I can leave the United States. And I was also able to go out in public and not have to wear a mask anymore. I'll put it on for you. Right after the transplant, they had my immune system so low that anytime myself or any of my loved ones that were going to be around me were going to be out in public, we had to wear one of these masks. Chris, actually, when he flew out here to meet me after the transplant from Arizona, he also flew with the mask all the way up here to make sure he wouldn't get sick. Props to you, Chris. More kudos down in the comments, guys. So that's the dark corner. Let's move on over to the tech corner. It's one of my favorite places. Alright Alright guys, well welcome to my tech corner. This is secretly one of my favorite places because behind closed doors, I'm secretly a nerd. But I actually really love all this stuff. I love my tools of creation. I've worked very hard to be able to acquire all these different pieces of gear. And actually, I didn't have any of this stuff before I started dialysis. So if you guys are out there thinking that I'm lucky or you can't do this, believe me, you can. One of the things I definitely wanted to share with you guys from the tech corner is I have some stuff that's just personal stuff on display, and this was actually given to me by the team at Virginia Mason, the transplant where I got the hospital, and they all actually signed it for me. It even has a little diagram here on the kidneys, and go this way. There's your bladder, and there's the ureter that they connected to. Well, this would be the kidney, and the ureter going down to my bladder, you know. But yeah, I look at this often and it reminds me of the amazing team that was there and also the time that I was there and the things that I got through. That's a nice little reminder for myself. Now, while we're over here, I wanted to share the milestones that I've hit throughout the past 6 months with my blood work and labs that I've been doing. So when I first got out of the transplant, every other day we were doing labs for the first month. So then once I got sent home to Bend for the 1 to 3 months, I was going to labs every single week on Fridays. Once I hit the 3-month milestone, then I got to start going to labs every other week. Now that I just hit the 6-month milestone, I'm now doing labs monthly, which is huge, and the next change will come at the year anniversary of the transplant. I couldn't be more excited to make it there. We're on our way towards success, guys, and we're doing great. Let's go ahead and wrap this up and bring it back to the main stage. One more look at the tech corner. Back where we started. Now, before we wrap things up here, guys, I wanted to let you guys all know that I'm here for you. If you're going through a transplant, if you're going through dialysis, if you're going through cancer, if you're going through any kind of health struggles, if you're going through any kind of mental struggle, if you just need a friend, this is the whole point I am doing this channel, you guys, is for you. I don't care about the numbers. I don't care about the subscribers. I don't care about the views. That doesn't mean anything to me. What means something to me is that you feel the positivity of this story and you feel that you can overcome your obstacles the same way I overcame mine. So if you need help discussing, or you just need somebody to listen, or you want to bounce something off, or you just don't know what to do and you need somebody to be there for you, please reach out to me. I promise I will do my very best at any time of day to try to be there for you guys. It only takes a few minutes sometimes to just listen to somebody or be there to support them. So if you have that option to be there for somebody, please be there for them. We need to support each other more instead of being so negative to each other. I also wanted to say a huge thank you to so many different people. I hope you guys know how sincere I am and how deep from my heart this thankfulness comes. I have to start with Sam. She's been my rock through this entire process. 3 years of dialysis, 7 months of recovery and a kidney transplant. She's just been an absolute rock for me. She completely adjusted her eating habits, her cooking. Love, you really made this doable. You made this bearable, and I love you so much. Thank you. Another person I definitely have to thank is my mom. Mom, you've been there for me through this entire process, and I know for a fact that I wouldn't be here without you. Without you, I don't really know how this whole thing would have gone, so thank you, Mom. Everybody go tell your mom that you love them. I also have to give a big shout out to Aunt Marie and Uncle Bob for being so gracious and letting us sort of take over their house as a patient center. They've been amazing, and they've kept their home completely open for Sam and I to come visit at any time and stay with them for the appointments when I go up to Seattle. And it's been a huge help. And it's also been great to see family and spend time with them. Love you guys. Of course, you guys know I got to give a huge shout out to everyone at Virginia Mason. Such an amazing crew, to have people that understand and are very compassionate for you while you're going through that kind of pain and struggle. It means everything. So all you healthcare providers out there, please know that all of us patients definitely appreciate everything you do. We might not show it the best all the time, but we really appreciate everything that you guys do for us. We need more people like you in the field. It's not as easy as it might look or sound. And of course, you guys know I got to give it up to Foley for the amazing desk and chair and float board and monitor stand. The setup is absolutely amazing. I blow everybody away every time they come into the new space, and it's greatly improved my workflow. So if you guys are getting stuck out there or bogged down, or you get tired or sore in your desk, hit up Foley and check out some of their stuff. It's amazing. It's done wonders for me and my productivity to be able to keep going and keep working for long hours. And definitely, I got to give a huge shout out to Space Station Gaming. You guys have been a major support system for me throughout the entire process of dialysis and the transplant. I've been able to connect with a few of you guys, which has been absolutely amazing. And that friendship, even through social media, it really touches my heart, and it means a lot having people that care and who are rooting for you. All you guys over at Space Station Gaming, thank you so much for everything you've done for me, especially this amazing office setup. It wouldn't have been possible without you guys. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And lastly, but definitely not least, I have to thank all of you guys, all my social media friends, literally across the world. I have social media friends who are there to support me at any time of day and let me know that they're thinking about me, they're rooting for me. That some of that support that comes so unconditionally, it goes straight to the core and seriously touches my heart, you guys. So the ones who are out there, you know who you are across the globe. You guys have been an amazing support on my photography, on my YouTube videos. And I can't wait to keep pushing on and fighting negativity and showing everybody that positivity is the way to have the life that you want. So get out there, create that life that you want. Please like this video if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're not. Get that bell on. It really does mean everything to have your guys' support along the way. And remember, you can't roll over in dialysis. Let's do the beanie. Poof. Made a video. Oh, winter, please come. It is too hot in these. It's too hot to sit in a confined office and do all this. Feeling good though. That was a quick one. Feeling good, feeling better. Feeling good, feeling strong. Feeling hot. Can you guys notice the ice pack? It's really hot in this office. I'm ready for summer to over. I want it to be winter!